Hello everybody, good day to you and welcome back. We have a 2010 Hyundai Elantra 2.0 liter 4-cylinder. Customer states that engine stalls sometimes while driving. It's been doing this for about a week or so. So I've already brought the scanning device out here. Let's go ahead and plug into it and begin communication interface protocol and see what's going on with this Hyundai. Powering on. It lives. And we have no service engine soon warning indicator. Okay. Now that does not mean that there are no trouble codes stored. It just means that the mill is not being requested on at this time. All right, pulling up some trouble codes here. Let's see what we've got. We have a P0000. It's a non-code. Okay. So we have a symptom of a stalling car and no trouble codes. What, did they run out of gas? No. Let's check out engine data, see what's going on with that. Okay, I'm just gonna hit code scan and I'm gonna ping all of the modules to see if something is hanging out somewhere that I have not found yet. This is gonna be an uphill battle. Let's go out for a test drive and see if we can't recreate the stalling condition that they had described. Oh, by the way, 95,131 miles on the clock. Okie dokes, made it through the parking lot, still no stalling. Let's hit the road. We'll go simulate some average, normal, daily driving. Whoa, there we go, there was something. Cool, I caught it. That was weird. Did you guys catch that? I really hope the camera caught that because it basically just fell right on its face. But just for a split second, and I don't think it was an engine problem. That might have been a shifting problem. Okay, the full system code scan is complete, and we've got just that P000 code in the ECM. I wonder if these were cleared before, because that's kind of generic, as if someone had just cleared it and it has not completed a drive cycle yet. Nothing in the TCM. None of the other modules have any codes in them whatsoever, so the scan tool is going to be relatively useless for right now. Red light over. Let's see if it does that shifting thing again. Nope. Drunk at 10 a.m. are we? That car literally just pulled right out in front of me and then drove over there. All right, Hyundai, last chance to show me the money. Do it. Alrighty, into the shop. Let's do a visual inspection under the hood here and see if something is staring at us in the face. Maybe a loose hose or vacuum leak or something like that. Let's just go over the basics first before we start digging in deep. Parking the auto. Hop in the hood. Hyundai. Okay, so first things first. I found that this tube is not exactly tight. I don't think that's the problem. I mean, it could be sucking in some air here that's not metered, and it's causing the engine to stumble and fall on its face. I don't think that's it, but I'm gonna clean out the mass airflow sensor, tighten that hose back up, and we'll go test drive it again to see if that has any effect on the situation at hand. Here, let's unplug this guy. Looks good. Disconnect you. While we're here, we'll tighten this one. Click. Sensor looks decent. That looks okay, but I'm gonna spray it off anyway. Begin cleaning procedure now. Very good. All right, let's put this guy back together. We'll go out and drive it again. Plug it in. Clip it on. Clip, please. There we go. Clipped. Clipped again. Plugged in again. Tighten down again. Click again. All right. I just checked the engine oil and trans fluid. Those are looking good. Very clean fluids, and they are at the proper level. So that's not something I'm going to focus on. Oh, fail. All right, let's try this again. See what happens. Maybe it'll do it enough times where I can get a trouble code, and then I can refer to a diag tree, and then I can stop speculating and guessing. That's that mass airflow cleaner. It is alive. Okay, test drive number 2. Let's get out of here. Safety. There it goes again. Yep. I went about half throttle. It did it twice. Very strange. I hear some pinging and spark knocking going on. I wonder if it's got some detonation occurring and ECM's just yanking back timing, and that's that blur that we're experiencing. I wonder. I'm in speculation mode. I've got very, very little to go off of except for that symptom right there. Backing up. Dude was recording too. Wow, we're all doing the same thing. Everybody's riding around recording things. Yeah, I even hear some spark knock at light load. Right about... Yep, I hear it right now. At about 1/3 throttle. Hazards. That was a little bike. Did you see that guy? He was riding a bike that's like the size of his shoe. Let's try this again. Yeah, I'm hearing constant ping, 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 ping sounds. That is detonation occurring. And that was full throttle. Okay. Reparking the auto, powering down. Okay, first things first, let's lose this pesky little cover. We don't need this right now. Wow, plug wires. Hey, look what we got here. That one's rubbing through. Let's rubbing on this little bracket thing right here. Got more rubbage going on right here on the valve cover. Okay, I'm not saying that's the problem, but it's not right. Come out. Oh, come out without braking. Because then I am on the hook. No, not terrible at all. This is not the issue. Okay. We'll put that back. That's not the problem. Click. All right, this is a dead end, so let's put this stuff back together. Cover, click. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. Since when the event occurs, it really just falls right on its face and it doesn't do anything. It doesn't lose power slowly as if it's running out of fuel. And it's not a misfire causing it because the engine just is like, it just shuts down for that split second. It almost, to me, feels like it could have like a camshaft or a crankshaft position sensor issue going on. So what I'm gonna do is drive it again and wait for the event to occur. I'm gonna keep my eye on the tachometer, and if that tach drops out, that's gonna let me know it's could be something to do with engine position detection, like a cam or a crank sensor. However, I would expect that to throw a trouble code, considering it's done it, you know, what, 3 or 4 times since we've had a hold of this car. But just because it's not throwing a code does not mean that that's not the issue. It just means that it has not met the criteria needed for that trouble code to set. So the event could be taking place so quickly that the criteria is not met. For example, some faults require, you know, a half a second for the fault to be present before the trouble code sets. Some require 1 full second. So just because we don't have a DTC does not mean that that affected system is not the cause. So back to what I was saying, I'm gonna drive this and keep an eye on that tach right there. I hope you guys can see. And we'll just see if that gives us a clue with regards to what's going on here. I mean, I can make it happen. I just can't identify why it's happening. I have little information. Well, I'll rephrase that. I can't make it happen, but it's happening frequently enough where I can identify that it has, in fact, happened. There we go. Nice. I'm having a low traffic day. Watching the tach, and the tach did not drop out. Hey, there's a check engine light. Beautiful. That's what I want to see. Tell me I have a trouble code. Okay, whipping back to the shop again. So I can, like I said, repeat the symptom. You know, it falls on its face. That check engine light comes on just for a split second. It does not store a trouble code, and it's not happening during a gear shift or anything like that. I'm almost wondering if it's got a faulty ECM. You see, it should, if it's commanding that mill to come on, it should be storing a diagnostic trouble code, and it is not. So I'm sort of leaning to it's got an ECM issue. As rare as those are, it's definitely a possibility, and this thing is behaving rather strangely, so I'm going to entertain that as the issue. You know, I'm going to see if I cannot make this ECM set a trouble code, because if I can't cause DTCs to set and be stored in the ECM, you know, by unplugging something or manipulating something, if I were to do that and it should cause a coat to set and it does not cause a coat to set, I can then gather a little bit of evidence that the ECM is in fact faulty. Let's go try that. Let's just go unplug some stuff. Engine running, of course. It may or may not stall, but what I'm doing is testing to see if it will actually set and store trouble codes. Opening the hood again, 4th time's a charm. Here's a fuel rail pressure sensor. We can unplug that. All right, that shut it off. Let's pull this other VVT solenoid connector off. There we go. Let's unplug those and see what it does. Restarting the engine. All right, it's running. No check engine light. Okay. Okay, so the P0000 code is gone, and we've got a P077 intake valve control solenoid circuit high. That's because we have that intake solenoid disconnected. So lights on now. ECM is doing what it should be doing. Let's go drive it again, and we will see if unplugging the variable valve timing and disabling that system has something to do with it. It could be a VVT issue. So this running experiment continues, driving around. So my logic behind this is to just get the thing to change what it's doing. That's all I'm trying to figure out here, is if I do this, will it do this? And I'm trying to get it to operate where it does not do that stumbling and falling on its face thing. If I can get it to do that, then that may help narrow down what system is causing this this particular problem. And if I disable a certain system, like variable valve timing, for example, then I could theorize that VVT is causing it, and I could look into that a little bit deeper. And again, no traffic. Woohoo! All right, here we go. See, now is it should have done it right back then, and it did not. Maybe this is a variable valve timing problem. Makes me go, maybe the screen on the solenoid is plugged up, debris or sludge or something like that, and the ECM cannot detect that. It can only detect if the circuitry is functioning as designed. That could be the issue here. Okay, so we're what, 4 or 5 miles into this test drive after having disconnected that VVT solenoid, and the symptom has not showed up since then. So I'm gonna kind of focus my energy towards that direction. We're going back to the shop again. I'm gonna pull that intake solenoid out for inspection, and we're gonna see what that thing looks like. Perhaps I'll bench test it with some 12-volt power and ground just to see if it is functioning like it should be. But what is important to note here is that the symptom of the stalling and falling on its face thing, that has stopped. So we have been able to aggravate it enough to where it has changed its mode of operation, so to speak. So we're getting somewhere. I mean, I don't know where we're going with it, but we're getting there. I guess that's what matters. Back in the shop again. Parking, powering down again. And I hope we get somewhere with this. This entire video is me opening and closing the hood and then driving around in circles. That can't be too entertaining for you guys. All right, so here's our solenoid. We're looking for a 10 millimeter. Let's pop this guy out. Come on, solenoid. Come out. Wiggle, wiggle, yeah. There is no screen. Okay, new plan. Since this does not have a screen that can get plugged up with stuff, we're just gonna clean this out. It actually looks pretty good in there. You see the valve is moving, but I'm gonna go in there with some brake clean and clean it up anyway. And then I'll plug some power to it, see if it operates, plug it back in, and see if we get any change in operation with this thing cleaned and reinstalled. You know, maybe it's sticking or getting hung up and that's messing up valve timing. Who knows? I'm experimenting, hypothesizing, and speculating at this point. Make it nice and shiny in there. Okay, I've got some power and ground connected to the battery, power connected to the unit, and we're just going to ground it. It is working. Okay, let's put this guy back, and then we'll see what it does after a cleaning procedure. All right, solenoid, back into your home, please. Click. That was a good click too. Had much click authority. Good. Okay, trying again. Closing the hood again. Restarting engine again. And I'm gonna go ahead and clear that code out that I caused by unplugging that solenoid. We're gonna clear that, restart, redrive, and then maybe we will not have a symptom long enough to make a determination. So basically, if I go through another test drive and that symptom does not show up after having cleaned that solenoid, then I can hypothesize that that solenoid was sticking, and that sticking was causing our bleh issue that was happening. And yes, bleh is a technical term. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, good. Windows up, reverse, safety belt, harness attached. Click. Let's roll. Again. Backing up. You know, I really hope we're onto something here with this, because if not, then that means I've wasted like the past 45 minutes. Well, maybe not. No, it's not wasted, because we will be able to determine what it is not. You know, just because we don't know what it is. Oh no, there's a bus and now I can't see traffic. Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out here and wait. And yeah, the Sarasota buses are called the SCAT bus. Sarasota County Area Transit, SCAT. Someone didn't think that one through. All right, here we go. Fingers crossed. Oh. Cool. Didn't do it. I mean, let's not get our hopes up just yet, but we might be onto something here. Didn't happen. Alright, so we're about the third trip around the block after having cleaned out that solenoid. I'm going to head back to the shop. The fault has not presented itself just yet. Haven't seen it. It's been operating very nicely. Engine's running very smooth. So if between now and the time I get back to the shop we don't have that fault reoccur, I'm gonna go ahead and order a replacement solenoid for the variable valve timing on the intake side. That's the one that we had cleaned out. So I'm gonna lean towards that valve sticking and causing an unmonitorable VVT problem. And the reason it is not monitored or monitorable by the ECM is the ECM can't physically detect whether that valve actually opens or closes. It can only detect the voltage drop on the solenoid command circuit once the solenoid has been commanded open or closed. And because we suspect that that physical valve is sticking and not actually sliding in its housing, then there would be no feedback from the electrical portion of the solenoid back to the PCM to help the PCM/ECM determine whether the circuit was faulty or not. So if we have a mechanical fault that is following up behind an electrical circuit, there is no way for the ECM to monitor that, and that could be what's going on here, which would explain why we had no trouble code for this specific situation. I might be rambling again, I'm not sure. Either way, back to the shop we go. The fault has not showed back up, so I'm gonna go ahead and order a replacement solenoid, and we'll throw that in and do one more quick drive, and if we pass, then we're gonna go ahead and release this as it is, with the caveat that I think I got it. Not 100,000% sure, but you know, maybe like 50,000%. So we're gonna go with that one and see how this works out. Stand by. All right, last straightaway. Ooh, it's doing it. Yeah, it's doing what it's supposed to. All right, I'm feeling pretty good about this one. Let's go ahead and get this solenoid ordered. And no, just because I cleaned it out and it's working does not mean that I fixed it, because there's plenty of varnish or possible dirt inside of that solenoid that I was not able to clean out by just spraying some parts cleaner in it. So just because I got it working now does not mean that it's the problem solved, and hence the replacement of said solenoid. Okie doke, so here's the deal. We have effectively communicated to the customer that it appears that the problem has been solved. Now, although I did recommend replacing that solenoid, they do not want to do it. They said that since it's working like it should be right now, they're gonna just kind of let this one ride. That being said, I'm gonna go drive it one more time just to make sure that this does not, the symptom doesn't reoccur. And I'm just gonna go ahead and park it and give it back to them. They don't want to change that part. So I mean, they're aware it could mess up again in the future, but they would rather not spend the extra like 80 bucks or whatever to replace that component, when in fact it is now operating like it's supposed to be, which is okay. I mean, I don't blame them. I would have done the similar thing and, you know, not replaced it until I absolutely had to. So we're gonna hit the road one more time, one last test drive. And if this thing's good to go, then it's gonna be a wrap. I guess the situation's not all bad though. I mean, we did get to see the solenoid coming out. We did get to see a cleaning procedure on said solenoid. We got to see a lengthy process of elimination, so to speak, on how we found said solenoid. So, you know, I guess this isn't a total loss, because we gained some knowledge and we gained some experience here, and that's what matters. Okay. Back out on the road, let's see what it does. If we pass this time, then we're gonna go back and park it and we're good to go. Uh-oh, pedestrian. Caution. Oh, person can't drive. Caution. So far, so good. I think that's gonna be a wrap, cows, for us on this one today. As always, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed the non-repair events that took place in this video. If you did enjoy them, please let me know what you thought about that down in the comment section below. While you're down there, and if you have not already done so, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. That way you do not miss out on any more of my future content. And we're still doing good. Yep, I'm convinced this thing is operating as designed. So everybody, again, and as always, thank you for watching, and most importantly, do not forget to have yourselves a great day. See you guys later. Bye. End of transmission. Finalized powering down. Goodbye, Hyundai.